Hello, my name's Louise and welcome back to my channel, Louise. So today I'm doing the March Copic color challenge, but I'm also doing a redraw of some old sketches I did for a novel I wrote. It is a fantasy novel and it is about these season elves. So I do have elves from each season and some additional clothing I designed. The sketches are from mainly 2010, but one is from 2012. And the larger one right here is the goddesses of the seasons. There is winter and spring. And here is fall. And the last one is summer. So these are all drawn in 2015. So the materials for this drawing I'm doing here is the Bristol board paper. I'm also using my Pentel Twist Erase in 0.7, which is my favorite mechanical pencil in the whole wide world. And as you can see, my phone is in the camera shot there because I'm using a reference photo for the pose. I'm just finding it on Pinterest really. And I'm also using my circle stencils, as you can see in the photo footage as well. And later on I will be lining the piece with my Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen and liners. I'm using the dark sepia colors mainly, and I'm also using of course the Copic March colors picked out by the Copic company. And lastly, I'm just doing some highlights and details with my Jelly Roll white and also the gold one. So for the rest of this video, I thought I could talk a bit about the characters and the novel I wrote. So I did start it, I think, around 2008 when I was in the 8th grade. So I didn't really finish it until I think 2014, so it was a long time on the way. And when I did finish it, it had undergone a lot of changes from the original idea. So right now it's finished, like the first part of it, because it's actually a trilogy, but I really want to do a lot of changes to it, so perhaps I will finish it at some point. But right now I'm working on another novel and I really want to finish that one first before I go back to the other one. But this one is really special to me because it's the first novel that I finished ever, even though it took a long time. So this character, she is the elf of the spring season, and they're characterized by a lot of green colors and some pastel-y colors. I didn't include that in this piece because I was going to only use the Copic colors of the March month, so she's only in green for now, but usually they all also have like pastel-y colors or like bright orange and stuff, so they are characterized by the like floral that is characteristic for the season. So their element is wind, and you will also see that in a bit where I draw her like tattoos, like tribal tattoos, because they use that a lot in this universe. So like the symbol for her element, wind, is the swirl that I'm drawing on her arm and her leg as well. So the inspiration for these characters of the spring season is actually squirrels. So both, like, I think it's only squirrels that can fly, correct me if I'm wrong, but like they can float in the air when they jump from one tree to another. So that's kind of the inspiration for this character and the other characters of this season. So they live in the trees, in the tree trunks, and in these weird houses hanging from the trees. almost like a pine cone, and they also live on the ground in mushrooms. The world they live in is actually a part of our world, but it's only accessible for specific people, so only specific people can enter and leave the world, so unwanted visitors can't get in and people cannot get out easily. So the world is actually enlarged, which means that the trees and the flowers and the mushrooms are really large. So it's looking like the characters are really small, like pixies or something, but it's actually the world that is larger. So the trees are like, I don't know, like 100 meters tall, and they are as wide as you can like build houses in them. So they have like apartment complexes inside the tree trunks, and they also have like this mother tree in the middle of the world. So the world is like designed with 5 sections where the 4 seasons surround the middle part where like the royalty live. So a long time ago, something really bad happened in the world. There was some evil people who took over control, and now all of the elves have to live in secrecy. So they are constantly in danger of getting captured, which is why all the spring elves live in the big tree, and that is the mother tree. And the mother tree is set in the like spring section of the world, and it is actually a willow tree, so it's perfect hiding spot because there is all of these branches hanging down where you can have houses and stuff in between. And all of the trees actually have like secret pathways to each other, and all of them lead to the mother tree. And inside of the trees there are also secret pathways and like tunnels where you can jump from one part to another and slide inside of the branches as well. So the trees are really big in this world, but the mother tree is even bigger, so you can see the mother tree from all over the world. And yes, it might be dangerous to live all of the characters like living in one place, but they do take good care of themselves, and it's only dangerous if they go out in like dusk and darkness. So that's why they mainly stay inside all the time, so they don't get captured. So the spring elves are protectors of all new life and everything that grows, so they're in charge of like new life and new plants and all of that kind of thing. So they nurture all of these seeds and plants and make sure they get enough water and love and protection so they can grow. And they do this alongside the summer elves. And usually the spring elves have like green eyes as this character, and mostly they have green hair or orange or red hair. They usually only have like brown and green colors and just a hint of color, like another color, to symbolize the spring season, which is like new life and new flowers, new plants, etc. And it's a lot of green colors, just because I think this summer symbolizes the rainbow more than spring does. But there is, like as I said, pastel colors as well. And of course there is no fantasy world without magic. The spring elves of course do magic with their element, which is air. They can do it with or without their wands. It doesn't really matter, it more depends on their skills. So if you like this video and you want to hear maybe more about my novel and the universe, see some more characters from it, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, as we say in Denmark, hej hej!